Gaming has seemed to be on the decline for years and years now. We have games coming out like Suicide Squad that was just an absolute flop. It's supposed to be a live service thing, and you have more people playing Arkham Knights than they're playing the Suicide Squad. And you have games like Skull and Bones that were, I think, had a $200 million budget, and it somehow seemed to not do anything in terms of the gameplay mechanics or anything like that, on top of improving upon what was based off of the game it was, which was Assassin's Creed Black Flag. It was originally supposed to be a DLC for that, and it became its own game, and somehow Assassin's Creed was better still, even though it's how many, 10 years older than it? But anyway, so the Dragon's Dogma 2 is coming out, and I really am looking forward to it simply because I think I'm not sure it's going to be the nail in the coffin to get companies to realize what's good and what's not. But it's refreshing to see a studio that is just making a game for gameplay, just wacky stuff that you can do in the game, and just not hand holding and just letting you go. That's really why I like the Souls games, is because they really seem to pander more to people who just want more freedom in their game, not just being told what to do or how to act or things like that. And so that's why I'm really hoping Dragon's Dogma 2 is really able to kind of revitalize that in a sense for people. And I'm hoping that some game devs, probably not obviously, I mean, it's probably just they're gonna keep doing the same thing with the live service nonsense. But I'm hoping some of them are able to see that these single player games, they're still kicking, man. I mean, look at Elden Ring. They're still kicking, and we got the DLC coming out, and people are really stoked for it. So yeah, I mean, Dragon's Dogma, I mean, I from what I've seen, it looks like it's going to be a game that doesn't really have any guardrails when it comes to how you approach the game, how you are able to move around in the world. I mean, there's like very limited um, fast travel and things like that too, which will enable you to force you actually to explore more and things of that nature, which I do enjoy. I mean, it can be a little monotonous to just be running around, but I'm hoping that because they designed the game from the ground up with the intention of not having the fast travel, that there will be a lot of interesting encounters, if you will, in the world as you're moving around. And that's one thing that a lot of the newer games seem to be missing, is that they just have all of these different mechanics that are just like telling you what to do, where to go, and things like that. And so I've seen from the gameplay I've seen in Dragon's Dogma and things of that nature, it really looks like they're trying to just let the player be in the game, experience their experience. Everybody will have a unique experience in that regard, and you won't be able to. I mean, you'll be able to look up guides and stuff, of course, but it won't be necessarily just shown to you forthwith on while you're playing the game, if you will, which I really enjoy about that. I wish a lot more games did that, and that's why I'm hoping that Dragon's Dogma 2 is a breath of fresh air to some game devs, that maybe you can take a little more risks for single player games and not just have live service nonsense. Because, I mean, just basing it off of what we've seen with Skull and Bones and Suicide Squad, it's not going so well. So I'm really hoping that there's at least one game dev that learns from the mistakes, if you will, of these games, and like reconsiders that single player games are still around, because at the end of the day, more than it being single player, multiplayer, live service, not live service, whatever, the most important thing is that the games are fun. And that's what it looks like Dragon's Dogma 2. It'll be a new sense of enjoyment. People will be able to have fun playing the game. And that is what is most important. But let me know what you guys think, if you're really excited for Dragon's Dogma, because I am. I think it looks like a blast. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect by any means, but from what I've seen, I mean, I haven't been able to test it either, but it does look like a very enjoyable experience, and I hope you guys are looking forward to it as well. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like and comment, and I hope to see you guys around. Peace!